Founded in 1989, the POSSE Foundation identifies public high school students with extraordinary academic and leadership potential who may be overlooked by traditional college selection processes. POSSE enhances our students' opportunity to achieve personal and academic excellence by placing them in supportive, multicultural teams, or POSSEs, of 10 students. The POSSE Foundation partner colleges and universities award POSSE scholars 4-year, full-tuition leadership scholarships. Donate today and help build leaders for tomorrow. At www.possefoundation.org.
Dip my shrimp. Much for joining for tasting time.
Hi, I'm Katie O'Reilly with Katie's Food Carnival. Welcome to my episode on POSSE Bites. One of the things I'm going to start with is to tell you that one of the lessons in my life that I've learned is that people do really well in groups, and they thrive and survive so much better with like-minded people. That's why my featured guest today is so wonderful and a completely new approach on learning and education through groups, through POSSEs. The name of the non-for-profit is POSSE, the POSSE Foundation. Let me back up to say I'm a great believer in education. Most of us in America came over with ancestors that were immigrants to this country. And some more than others, we suffered and we struggled against our prejudices. And one of the ways in which we elevated ourselves through these prejudices to a higher level in society was through our education. It's the one thing in life that nobody can ever take from you: your own education and your own intelligence. So how do we make this happen for other people? Not everybody is privileged, especially with college and private schools. The tuition is so extravagant these days. Even if we were to write a check and say, hey, here you go, to somebody who's deserving, it may or may not make a difference, because then they have to go and they actually have to thrive in that environment that they may not be used to. Well, I'm going to introduce the concept of POSSE, because what this group does, and I want them to say most of it themselves because we're going to bring in some examples, but they group together people and then send them on scholarship to universities. And this way they can work together, be in a similar situation in their POSSE within this educational environment. It's brilliant. It helps them grow, it nurtures, it develops the individual as they're developing their minds. Now, one of the things that I also encourage you is to support education, whether it's for yourself, learning to read, write, do math, whether it's learning a new language, a talent, a skill, whatever it is, challenge yourself. Go out and do it. But if you have children, nurture it in them. Give them the opportunity to feel confident in learning and feel smart going through life. So they take on those challenges. It's a ticket to success, it really is. And if you're beyond children or you just don't have children, but you have the means, think about donating to a cause, a non-for-profit cause that gives scholarships to children in need. It's a wonderful way to further ourselves, our community, and each other, and make our community better. Through education, we become better people for men and women and our own community. I am thrilled to introduce you. I have been catering the Posse Foundation non-for-profit gala here in Chicago for over 4 years, and I'm going to, during tasting time and tips, introduce you to some of my favorite bites and why those speak to these galas and have helped make it a success. So bringing people together in any way we can helps us help each other. Let's go on our Posse journey. Hi, Katie O'Reilly with my featured guest today. This is Posse Bites. And I want to introduce you to my guest because, as I've already mentioned, one of the things that we find to be the most impactful in our lives is education. And this is such a unique way of presenting opportunities to people. So I've got Ronak, Michael, and Megan. Now Megan, I'm going to start with Megan because she's going to tell you a little bit. Hello everybody.
Hello. Thank you.
Yes, you are a development officer. Officer of Development. Tell us about Posse and I want you to say it because coming from you, you're going to have a lot more information. So share with all of us what Posse is.
Absolutely. So Posse is a college success and leadership development program, and the whole concept is in the name, a posse. So we send students in teams or groups or posses to college together so they can support one another to and through graduation.
Now, it's an organization that provides scholarships.
Yes.
So anybody donating to your cause, the money goes to these students and they're granted scholarships. And I'm assuming the criteria to receive these scholarships is based entirely on academics.
Yes, there are a couple of items. Our big thing that we're looking for at Posse is that we want to change the face of leadership.
Yeah.
We want leaders in this city and in this country that are representative of this country, and so we think that Posse scholars are going to be those leaders. So we're looking for students who in high school are leaders in their school, in their community, in their church, wherever that may be, and we want to select them.
Excellent. So financial situations are kind of overlooked because the scholarship is provided. However, there's got to be elements to a personality. So you need a full rounded person. So these people, once they get out, once again, education changing the world, changing our community, I love it. They come back out with this beautiful education and they can give back and then make a difference. Now talk to me about the concept of Posse.
Yes, so it's all about support. Once our students are selected, they're selected to be a part of a posse.
So how many students would be in a posse?
It's 10 students per posse.
All right, so the power of 10 is the concept we kind of run with.
Absolutely.
Nice.
So this December, we're going to be selecting 120 scholars from Chicago Public High Schools. That's 12 posses. They'll be awarded nearly $24 million in scholarships.
Oh my God, that's incredible. Money going to changing the world. That's what that says to me. Okay, so now both Ronak and Michael have had experiences. Who would like to start? Either one of you. Talk to us about what Posse has done for your lives.
Yep, so I am a Posse alum. So I graduated from Denison University in 2013. And when I was in high school, I went to a very diverse high school.
Where'd you go to high school?
I went to Mount Carmel High School.
Okay.
All-male Catholic high school in Hyde Park.
Yep.
And so I really valued getting to know the people with different backgrounds, and I really wanted to further that when I went to college, and I did. And I did that through Posse. I struggled when I was in college. I struggled academically. I struggled with, just sort of the personal stuff.
Yeah, okay, let's kind of get a little bit into the personal stuff because that's how the Posse kind of plays. That's kind of the stuff for the support. So, you had 9 other people with you. Did you find that strengthened your experience and you could lean on them during your struggles?
Absolutely. So prior to going to college, we do what's called the pre-collegiate program. So we are with each other and we're participating in workshops for about 9 months.
Okay. Oh, cool. So you're kind of like building that solid group. You know these people by the time you're walking out that door.
Yep. And so that helps us as we get to college, so we're able to support each other once we get there.
Yeah. So was the experience like, had you not had the posse, let's just say you're just like, okay, here's a scholarship, just go to campus, here you go. What do you think your experience would have been like?
It would have been different.
Yeah.
I would have struggled even more. I think I probably would have like questioned my belonging, on campus, and the fact that I could reach out to these people so easily just made it so much better.
Yeah. And how many students were? You said you went to which school?
Denison University. So about 2,100 people.
Okay, so that's a small campus. I'm assuming a nice, excellent education, but had you not had the posse, you would have felt potentially like a very serious outsider.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, especially coming from a city, I think I would have felt like an outsider. You know what I mean? So you go there and then you have this posse and it helps you. That's incredible. Okay, Ronak.
Well, I went to Denison University as well. Graduated in 2007.
So you guys weren't at Denison at the same time?
No.
Okay.
No. So, we're 6 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
I graduated with an economics and Spanish degree, and prior to getting to Denison, I also did the pre-collegiate training program and all that. I thought, as Michael had said, it was one of the most developmental prerequisites for college, in my opinion, just because of the fact that it prepared us to face challenges whether we may or may not know of. And I thought that coming together as a group was one thing, but also being prepared for college was another.
Yeah.
Individually.
Right.
So when I got to campus, I thought it was one of those things where I didn't even say bye to my parents. I was so ready.
I love that. Yeah, bye-bye. Gotta go. I've got friends. So, I mean, security's there. That's huge. Social security,
So, I mean, it felt confident getting there, but as Michael had mentioned, there were moments where you questioned whether you belong. I mean, you try to fit in. 2,100 kids is small.
So small.
So, and part of what Posse does is brings vibrant individuals to a campus like Denison, where it kind of takes the campus by storm.
So what do you think that your impact was on the university? I mean, that's pretty cool to be going there as a group. I mean, 10 students as a group is pretty recognizable in 2,100 student body. You're like, oh, wow, they know each other, because not everybody going to college goes with friends.
Sure.
So do you think that you helped their community as well by being communal? You know what I mean? And having kind of support group?
Yeah, I mean, I personally, I think I'm a pretty social person, so I felt like I blended with a lot of different people, and the fact that they knew I was Posse and that I was a friendly person, that I was outgoing, it helped. So every year we do a Posse Plus retreat where Posse staff come in and they help facilitate a workshop where Posse scholars are also part of.
Oh, cool.
And each Posse scholar on campus is allowed to bring one guest, and it's encouraged that someone, obviously, outside of your typical friend circle. So bring awareness to certain issues and things like that on campus. So the students, Posse scholars, are so open-minded and so willing to step outside of the box that to be at a school like 2,100, Denison, where there's 2,100 kids, it was, for me, I felt like collectively we were able to make a difference.
Yeah, it sounds so impactful. Michael, you actually went back and now you're working for Posse, so that's testimonial in and of itself if you're going back and you're going there. What are you doing and how'd you get re-involved?
Yeah, so when I was in college, so I had spoken with a mentor. So, when you're part of Posse...
What did you study in college? I don't think we got that.
So I studied sociology and anthropology.
All right.
I was really interested in deconstructing social constructions and norms and stuff.
Yeah.
So I got involved
Perfect.
in sociology. And so I had been speaking with my mentor, and she was like, what are you interested in? And I was like, oh, I'm really interested in working with young people and giving back. And she said, have you ever thought about Posse? And at the time I said, no, no, that's okay. I've been through that experience, it was great. I want to, find something that I can really sort of sink into. And later on, I continued to think about it, and I was like, you know what, I actually do really like Posse. I actually applied for it upon graduation, but I did not get the position.
No, sometimes it takes a little time to grow in.
And so I reached out to the staff and I said, hey, thank you for the opportunity. I really want to be part of the organization. Can you give me feedback?
Okay, that's something you learned right there, reaching out. Yep. Don't take no for an answer.
Exactly.
I'm a big believer. No doesn't exist. Just find another avenue. I love it. Okay, great.
And later applied again, and I got the position.
Nice. So how long have you been in the position?
So I've been in the position for a little bit over a year.
Oh,
like
fabulous.
A year and 4 months or something like that.
Nice, yeah. Nice. And Megan, you've been with Posse how many years now?
4.5 years.
Oh, God. And so how have you seen it evolve? And wait, also tell me this. Okay, I want to see how it evolved, but also how many states is it actually represent? How many states is it represented in now?
So Posse nationally is in 10 cities.
Okay.
We just opened up our 10th site last year in the Bay Area.
Oh, fabulous. Oh my gosh. So anywhere you are, you can give to Posse and support this, whether it's local or national.
Yeah, so we're working with those 10 cities. It's 10 of the largest urban public school systems that we're working with. We're very intentional about the cities that Posse operates in. In Chicago, we've been here since 2000.
Wow.
And since 2000, we've selected 1,250 scholars who've been awarded $167 million.
Isn't that incredible? And that's money going directly to changing life, and we're already seeing it changes community. It's incredible. What are you doing right now, Ronak?
I'm a real estate professional. I work for Jones Lang LaSalle.
Oh, you do? So, I mean, here you go. You got like nice, solid corporate job. You're doing it.
Yeah.
Nice.
That brings up a good part that is a big part of Posse, is that we're not just the college success, we also have a big career career program. And so we have a number of companies here in Illinois and then across the country that partner with Posse to give jobs exclusively to alumni and scholars, and Jones Lang LaSalle is a career partner of Posse.
That's excellent. And each year, I'm the culinary designer of their Posse Gala menu. So at tasting time, I'm going to show you a few fun things. But the nice thing is that what we do is we design this gala so that the corporations want to attend, that people want to attend, and then the students can also attend. And that's a great mix and mingle. And we'll talk about food design at that as well, because there's a lot of things that go into consideration. Because non-for-profits, because sometimes people don't have a lot of time and they don't want to just go to the boring ones, we got to make it fun.
Yes.
And Posse stays alive and fun. It's students who have to be represented in the group. So the party is a ton of fun, and it's just really cool. But the food is really fun too. So we're going to get to that. We are going to move into tasting time, and we're going to bite some bites. And Megan is my house vegetarian, so you're going to see that all of it can be transferred to vegetarian. And we'll continue our conversation. We'll talk about some food stuff at tasting time. So see you soon.
Founded in 1989, the Posse Foundation identifies public high school students with extraordinary academic and leadership potential who may be overlooked by traditional college selection processes. Posse enhances our students' opportunity to achieve personal and academic excellence by placing them in supportive, multicultural teams, or posses, of 10 students. The Posse Foundation partner colleges and universities award Posse scholars 4-year, full-tuition leadership scholarships. Donate today and help build leaders for tomorrow. At www.possefoundation.org.
Hi, welcome to my food tips for Posse Bites. This is one of my favorite clients to design for, and I think you've heard it a number of times, that they really have such a cool vision that I get to use a lot of my creative talents. Plus, my main client is vegetarian, which is really fun because I get to highlight finally how unique vegetarian items can be presented. So this is kind of a display, plus the mixture of like college students, pre-college students, adults that have recently graduated college, moving into the corporate world, all mingling together at an event that's exciting, fun, and hip. What can be better to design food? This is an amazing experience every year. So I'm going to start with some of my favorites because these are things that can be easily translated. Vegetarian and non-vegetarian. Here I call these the potato bliss. I'm actually going to demo this a little bit. It started off as a concept to build the flavor profiles of meatloaf and mashed potatoes into a one-bite wonder. Beautiful, of course. So what I've done is taken and hollowed out a baby potato shell. You bake these after they're hollowed out and glazed with olive oil. That's fabulous. They're not crispy, but they're cooked and they're firm. So they're not like raw firm, they're hold-upable firm. You can kind of see that. And then I'm gonna actually really just demo this for you because this is too fun. I put a little ketchup base in and then meatloaf, and then I garnish. And the alternative for the vegetarians is everything the same, except instead of meatloaf, I do crispy falafel. It's so cool because not only is it completely vegan, it's also gluten-free. So imagine that. Beautiful, as you can see. Let me show you a couple of tips because I don't always go there with you guys, and I think some of you might want to wonder, like, how do you do this when you're doing maybe 50 or 100? We put our ketchup, and this is a homemade ketchup that I just put into a pastry bag. You can put these literally into a Ziploc. Cut the tip, but not too big so it squirts out too fast. So your desired amount. And when you squeeze the ketchup into the base, beautiful, comes out without slopping. So if you need to do a tray of them, so easily done. Assembly becomes so fast. It's fun. Now, we can either choose, when you make your meatloaf, instead of making it into a loaf, the trick is make it into a sheet pan. More crispy on top. You can still glaze it with your ketchup, use your favorite recipe, and you're gonna have much more of the crispy sides. So you get a little piece that fits into what potato you're kind of trying to build. Right, like so. How cute is that? And I'm gonna do the same with the falafel. Now, I didn't over crisp my falafel. I didn't make it into balls. I just crisped it in a little oil in a pan because you still want some green on that. It gives a little bit more of an earthy essence and not like just crisp. This is mushy peas because peas on the side of meatloaf just goes. It just does. It's the vegetable that goes. And this is so green. This is fresh spring peas, whirled up in a blender to make them mushy, so yummy. I pipe that on my vegetarian now and my non-vegetarian before. And little carrots, just sliced a little bit thin. I just decorate. If you have colorful carrots, it's a great way to indicate the vegetarian versus the non-vegetarian. So what I did is I just took snap peas to do that trick. So fun. I'm not suggesting you have to serve both, but it's really easy to serve both at a party. So that's my demo, and this is a gorgeous tray of them, and I'm just gonna take a bite because this being the non-vegetarian, I did carrot and pea on this one. Do whatever you want. Do colorful carrots, any kind of garnish. It's comfort food in a bite. It really is. I love those. So fun, hip and trendy, modern looking, but comfort food. That is one of the favorites most people come in for. Little sliders are also a great one because sometimes you need to get more than one bite, and I've often said this, sliders work. One of the most traditional sliders for young and old, in the middle, somewhere in between, is a buttermilk fried chicken slider. And if you keep it real simple, it can be all American. Just keep your sauce as a mayonnaise mustard, do a pickle, you can do pickles on the side, pickles on top, pickles in it, and literally just make your bite-sized chicken to fit into your little mini buns. I always skewer because if people are talking and walking, it's a little easier. Yum. I love these. This is like a high quality fast food frenzy, but it's not fast food. It's delicious homemade food. So wonderful. And for the vegetarians, it looks so similar, but I designed an eggplant Parmesan slider. And what I do is I take the eggplant and square it, coat it in panko breadcrumbs, and then fry it slightly, and then right before the party, warm it in the oven. Warm your sauce, warm your cheese, build on site. Look, it's delicious. And this is a treat that if you're not a fan of eggplant, which a lot of people think they aren't, a great well-seasoned eggplant is a beautiful vehicle. And if you're not overcooking it the way I've recommended, it's so wonderful because it doesn't get mushy. This is fabulous. Yum, yum, yum. It's so wonderful. Everybody at your party is going to love them. They're going to have fun with them. I hope these tips helped a little bit. Just feel free, build, use the piping bags for any sauces, and you've got yourself a home run. Have fun, email me if you have questions, and I'll walk you through it. And any other suggestions or recommendations you need, let me know. Always feel free. Katie at KatieOFoodCarnival.com. See you soon at tasting time. All right, so when we design the menu for Posse, one of the things we like to keep in mind is we want the food to be comfortable and relatable to everybody, accessible when they're standing up at a party, because it's not a seated dinner. It's more fun and festive than anything like that. So we always want to make the food really approachable. So these are items that I've designed for buffets, and this right here is so fun. This is it's a potato bliss, and I've got a vegetarian version and a carnivore's version. The carnivore version is with meatloaf, a little ketchup at the base. It's a potato cup, which is so fun. Mushy peas, and then those carrots are so fun. And then what I do for the vegetarians, because Megan here, my house vegetarian, always keeps me in check, we do it with falafel. So we replace the meatloaf with falafel. That is gluten-free, vegan, and Radnick's mom is vegan, so that's why I kind of looked at him, because that is a huge representation. But it's gluten-free and vegan, and you can you can't totally tell the difference. So when you taste it, give me a little feedback on what you're going to just taste vegetarian. But yeah, you guys give me feedback on what you think. Now here I've designed something kind of similar with a chicken slider, buttermilk fried chicken slider, because every college student and adult alike of every ethnic group probably love a chicken slider. And the buttermilk, I don't know, there's something fried with a pickle. It screams, I'm safe. I like to eat that food. And then the vegetarian version, I've done an eggplant Parmesan slider, and they kind of look like each other so that people who are going vegetarian don't feel like they're missing out on anything. So these are all fun and super exciting. All right, so now that we have the food placed before us, anybody have anywhere you want to start with a potato bliss? Let's go there. Yeah. All right, we've got meatloaf, we've got 2 vegetarians, so yeah. Yeah. Once again, thanks for tasting with us.
Founded in 1989, the Posse Foundation identifies public high school students with extraordinary academic and leadership potential who may be overlooked by traditional college selection processes. Posse enhances our students' opportunity to achieve personal and academic excellence by placing them in supportive, multicultural teams, or posses, of 10 students. The Posse Foundation partner colleges and universities award Posse Scholars 4-year, full-tuition leadership scholarships. Donate today and help build leaders for tomorrow. At at www.possefoundation.org.